Hi, welcome back for another James Bond movie review, and Ivo, Rambo McLean for life, and I will be talking now, of course, a sequel to Doctor No, and that's the second. Oops, that's the second James Bond film from Russia with love. Yes, this is the second James Bond movie came out 1963, directed by Terence Young. Rest in peace. Of course, it was written by Richard Maybaum, who also wrote the script for Doctor No, and of course was Johanna Harvard. Was adopted the script, and of course they did the sequel. Because they briefly mentioned it, Doctor No. They briefly mentioned him in this movie, which continues the fight with the British Secret Service agent against Spectre, criminal organization, and and that's how usually starts the movie. I would say it's a perfect Bond. I really do like this film. I like this film, but I actually love Doctor No much better. I think that even Goldfinger to me is the best one. Goldfinger is my favorite. Sean Connery, my favorite Bond. You Only Live Twice is actually my second favorite. Doctor No, Prime, and third one. I don't know on which rank this will be, so I can't tell you. But I do like From Russia with Love. I watched this movie in October before Sean Connery passed away. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. I read that this is actually his favorite film that he did in the James Bond saga, and of course, I watched this in October. That time also my dad was sick, and I had no idea that on Halloween Sean Connery will be passed away. He died. I really did not know that time. No one did that he fell asleep and passed away. But usually From Russia Love considered being best Bond. I agree and I disagree, because in October to me it was the best Bond, because I watch it separately. But every time I go like in order from Doctor No till from 1962 till 2015 Spectre, I always find Doctor No better film. Goldfinger, even You Only Live Twice, which I really love the film. I think even Diamonds Are Forever kinda to me feel better. I know people will say, "Oh, it's not true. From Russia Love is better." I agree. I agree. I'm agree. I'm just saying my opinion. Kinda prefer Diamonds Are Forever this about this movie. I do like this film From Russia with Love, but I also do have a few problems with this film. But yeah, in my opinion, the movie kind of starts slow. It's kind of getting slow because Doctor No was kind of fast paced. This movie was kind of slow by me. It was kind of slow burden. That's how I feel sometimes. It's just like the second. I think the third act is the one when the actually the action starts. I also do feel between the fight scenes, in Sean Connery's kind of disappointment, because if you watch in Doctor No, the fight between Mr. Jones, the chauffeur, Bond grabs him on a judo kick and throws him, like in a judo. In this movie, Sean Connery doesn't even use those moves. It's kind of disappointing. Watching Her Majesty Secret Service, which is actually much better fight scenes than this film. No offense, but it's true. But yeah, the story is the sequel to Doctor No. So this old lady, Rosa Clapp, played by Lotta Lenya, rest in peace. She's a former Smersh colonel. Now she works for Spectre. She chooses a Russian agent, Tatiana Romanova, and she gives her a mission in which she accepts the mission, and Tatiana Romanova holds a lector in her hands. And because this lector is very important to British, they decide she wants to defect from Russia, but she wants that James Bond, picks her up and brings her to England, And of course, Bond thinks it's a trap, because he doesn't know why she chose him, but he thinks it's a trap. So Bond goes in Istanbul from England. He travels from England to Istanbul, and he meets this ally, Alim Kerim Bey. Rest in peace, Pedro Armendariz. Rest in peace. Before the premiere of this movie, the actor Sally passed away, who played Kerim Bey. He passed away. He's an ally with Bond, and also thinks just like him that it's just it brings him nowhere, So Bond. So of course Bond is staying. Bond is actually staying with Alim Kerim Bey. Unaware is that there's actually a Spectre assassin agent, Donald Red Grant, escaped criminal who escaped, and of course Rosa Clapp chose him for the mission. And he's a shadow of James Bond, and he's non-stop. He's following James Bond around, He's his shadow, and also his guardian angel, The other scene is, which I do like, is when Bond and Alim Kerim Bey, they go to this gypsy camp, which I love that, and then we see a Soviet agents, a Russian killer assassin, Krylenko, played by Fred Haggerty, and Krylenko is a Soviet assassin, and of course Alim Kerim Bey doesn't know why they choose him, why they choose him to attack, because there's a mind, and they try to kill him. And of course Bond and Alim Kerim Bey go to this gypsy camp, and there are actually two girls, which I love that, Sally's not that scene, but there are actually two girls in the gypsy camp, and I love the fight, because both girls are in love, the same man, and they fight each other. I love that fight scene, I love the gypsy. I love the camp, gypsy, and then Soviets invaders attack the camp, and I love the fight, the shootouts, Bond shows a knife some guy, and Grant saves him. He shoots one of the attackers on Bond, Bond saves one of the guys, one of the gypsies alive, and I love the scene in the gypsy. That's actually my favorite scene. I love that scene. I love the gypsy camp, how they filmed. That's actually really epic in this film, in my opinion. It's epic, that's epic. Then we after the fight, and because Alim Kerim Bey is wounded, they go to this guy Krylenko, and because the deaths have to be settled, Bond gives him a gun, a rifle, and Kerim Bey shoots Krylenko when the man was climbing down that woman's mouth, he was climbing down, and he goes and shoots him, bang, and the guy falls down, and so in the hotel, then of course Bond meets Tatiana Romanova, and unaware the last scene's been taped, by Clapp, because every step Bond steps, Spectre's right behind him, they're always two steps away from him, they're always behind him, So Tatiana Romanova decides to give them the lecture if Bond brings her to England, and she describes the lecture, and of course Alim Karim Bey is helping James Bond and Tatiana Romanova to escape from Istanbul to elude the Soviets, and of course Tatiana Romanova gives James Bond this lecture, and with the express train, they escape. Alim Karim Bey, Bond, and Tatiana, they all escape, and I think there was another Soviet agent, the other one was in the marsh, in the church, killed, by Grant. And of course, Alim Karim Bey, they hold hostage this Russian spy, but Grant is always a step in front of them. He goes and kills. That scene is not in the film, but he goes and kills he goes and kills Alim Karim Bey and the other Russian spy. Looking like they both kill each other. And on the next station, that's actually another favorite scene of mine, when Bond finds out that his friend is dead. He goes on station in Beograd. He goes to the station, and he meets one of the sons, tells him that their dad is killed. And that's the best part, is when Bond is walking from the train. On the train, we see Grant like a shadow following. Like a shadow, he goes and he follows Bond, he follows Bond everywhere. That's another favorite scene of why in this movie work, So he goes, Bond asks the next station that Agent Nash showed up, and of course Grant hears that. Next station, he goes, kills Nash on the toilets, on the toilets. Then he pretends that he's Nash, while traveling with Bond and Tatiana, while they're eating. He gives sleeping pills in which Tatiana actually gets knocked down. She falls asleep, and then he reveals the perfect plan in which Bond goes on a knee. Why he goes on a knee? But Bond goes on a knee and tells them that the girl is innocent, and that they played, full, all of them, the Russians and the Britons, they actually both, they make them fool, they play each other, and Bond was really stupid, and the girl was innocent, but then somehow he was smart, and he convinces Grant for the cigarette, that he's gonna pay them, and somehow they went in a fight. Of course, Bond in the fight defeats. He goes and defeats Grant. And then on the next station, they all just like escape. The next station, they all just Bond and Tatiana, they escape. He punches one of Grant's men. Then we see a beautiful truck driving, and of course, beautiful truck driving. And there's a helicopter and two men from Spectre throwing grenades. They both throwing grenades. They both throwing the grenades on Bond. And Bond goes, escapes them. He goes between the rocks, grabs a rifle, and he hits one of the men. The guy somehow lands the grenade in the helicopter. There's explosion. We have a nice explosion, and now Bond goes to with Tatiana and the other henchmen, that he captured. They go to this to the sea, and now they decide to go with the boat. They go with the boat in the sea. And they want to go now to Venice, and of course a group of men with boats shows up, and Bond tries to escape them. So he throws those barrels from the fuel barrels, and he grabs signal flare, that gun, signal gun, and he aims and fires, makes and he causes explosion. This scene, he causes explosion. And there's a boat explosion. Now he escapes. Now he escapes, and with Tatiana, he's in this hotel. He keeps talking the phone. Then we see Clap. She tries to stab Bond, but during the fight, Tatiana Romanova shoots Clap, and she says horrible woman. And of course, then Bond and Tatiana, they go on the boat, and the movie actually ends. I forgot to mention, but where's the actress? The actress. I think was yeah. Eunice Gayson, she returned from Dr. No, which I mentioned it. She returned from Dr. No. Eunice Gayson, she played Sylvia Trench, which she mentioned that he went to Jamaica. That was in Dr. No. They also briefly mentioned Dr. No. That's why I think it's a sequel to Dr. No. The Blofeld was actually played by Anthony Dawson, who previously played Professor Dent in Dr. No, but he wasn't shown. But if you watch closer between Clap and the other henchmen, you can see his face, but it wasn't credited who played him, but it was Anthony Dawson. Rest in peace. This movie, the budget for this movie was only $2 million. But made worldwide $24 million, but box office was $79 million, so it was a huge success. Good direction by Terence Young, who once returned from Dr. No. The music was now replaced by John Barry. Monty Norman was for Dr. No, so now he was replaced by by John Barry. I don't mind the music from John Barry. Like in the open scene, I kind of disappointed. We see Bond, and Grant, and Grant goes with that rope, and he jokes Bond, he kills him, which is kind of disappointing. And we see that there's someone else between the mask, then we see the Spectre that is training, But my problems for this movie is kinda I don't like the love story. The fucking love story between Tatiana, Russian agent, between Bond, or Bond goes like an asshole and punches her, and she goes, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I was shut the fuck up. I was like, shut the fuck up, Daniela Bianchi. I love you, I love you. I was so annoying. Don't leave me, never leave me. I was so fucking annoyed by that. I'm sorry. That was just fucking annoying, Then, of course, when Grant is like, he's playing Nash, he's impersonating Nash. He goes like, they go in this wagon, they're eating, and it's kind of slow. It's kind of getting slow. It's kind of getting annoying. The first hour, I liked it when they were actually in gypsy camp, and the fight between those two girls, and Bond gets to do two girls. That's the only good thing. But when Daniela Bianchi shows up, it's just getting so damn slow, and it's kind of getting me really annoying. I had nothing against the Italian Daniela Bianchi, because I think it was filmed in Venice. Actually, it was Istanbul, but I think it was also in Venice and in England. But it's just I enjoy Dr. No better. I think Ursula Andress is better as Honey Rider. Definitely my favorite Bond girl. I'm not gonna put Daniela Bianchi as my favorite Bond girl. Sadly, no. I don't buy the love story. It's slow and it's annoying, But like I said, I liked the gypsy camp. I liked the that was attacked by Soviet agents. I like that. I like the actor who played Kerlinku. I wrote down um, um, mm, Fred Haggerty. I liked Krilenko. I like that he grab a knife and throws one of the gypsy guards. I like the fight between those two girls. They're still both alive. Peter Butt has been now replaced by Desmond Llewellyn as Q. I like the briefcase of Bond, but no, I like my first scenes will definitely be in the gypsy camp, the fight in gypsy camp, and I also like that Grant is like a shadow on the train. I love that, I love that scene in the train, that he's a shadow, he's following Bond while he doesn't know where. That's iconic in my opinion. Those two scenes for me work, it's iconic. But this is actually, in my opinion, the weakest Bond girl. I'm sorry, it's the weakest one. She's annoying. I don't like her when Bond, he finds out that Alim Karim Bey is dead, and he wants to know what's going on, and he goes and punches Tatiana, and she says, I don't know why all those, I love you. And then like she took those sleeping pills, and when after the fight, Bond says, "Come on, Danya, let's go, or I'm gonna leave you." She goes, "Don't leave me, never leave me." Oh my God, those scenes just so annoying. I'm sorry, it's just annoying in my opinion, And I know that Daniela Bianchi is definitely one of the best Bond girls. I would never say Connie Ryder's better. I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I really don't want disrespect, because I really think that Sean Connery's decent performance. I really do like Sean Connery. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. Really decent performance. Rest in peace. Robert Shaw. Robert Shaw was actually the best of the film, in my opinion. Robert Shaw saved the film for me. As Grant, I love him. When he speaks, he goes like old man, old man. But he always says that old man. I like that. I like the film. I did not know before the premiere, this movie, Pedro Armendariz passed away. He was 51 years old. It's really sad because he was a good actor. I like him. But the movie is kinda slow paced until the third act. When Bond is driving this truck, and two Spectre men assassins are following them with helicopter. That's kinda getting to me more fast. But it has less action. The Gypsy, to me, the Gypsy camp was the best one of the movie. The Gypsy camp fight and those two girls fighting each other. That is the only best thing about the film, And Robert Shaw was the best of the film. Decent performance by Lotte Lenius, Rosa Clapp, rest in peace. Bernard Lee Sam returns in this movie, and of course, when Bond flirts with Moneypenny, and calls them and says that he has to leave the picture here, he has to remember the girl, But honestly, I kind of disliked Louis Maxwell in this movie, because in Dr. No, she was blonde. She was gorgeous that you could die for. In this movie, she was like, she kind of feels like old, as Moneypenny with that brunette hair, no offense. But in Dr. No, I think she's much better. And every time I watch, in order the Bonds, like I said, from 1962 to 2015, I still think that Dr. No is much better, fast-paced, better cast, better actors, in my opinion, This is actually a good, perfect Bond, but it's kinda, I'm sorry, I know that probably reviews or the views the audience will be angry. I hope you're not mad because I say that, but it's slow pace, it goes slow around. Good story, good actors, but I prefer Dr. No. Probably, I think I'll definitely number five or number four. Number five of Sean Connery, probably, because my favorite is Goldfinger. Goldfinger to me is better. Goldfinger is the best one to me. Then will be You Only Live Twice, Doctor No, number three. And I think this one or Diamonds Are Forever, because I can't decide. So probably number four or five, somewhere there. Still better to me than Thunderball. No offense, it's to me better than Thunderball. But good direction by Terrence Young. Rest in peace. But yeah, that's my review on From Russia with Love, the second James Bond film. Will be reviewing one of my favorite Bond films. It's gonna be this week somewhere. Goldfinger, which I'm gonna upload it. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. And that's gonna be the third Bond film, and of course, it's gonna be Goldfinger. I'm out. Take care. Ciao. Bye bye.